Have you ever made a big mistake, like maybe delaying 3 or 4 seconds before actually saying something, which I shouldn't do? I should be coming right in. That's just a little mistake. I'm not talking about little mistakes. Have you ever made a mistake, like a big mistake, and not necessarily an accident, but a mistake, a decision that just didn't quite work out? I've made a few. Now, I'm not talking about a mistake like you're writing something down and you spelled something wrong and then you scratch it out, or you had to like ball up the piece of paper, throw it away, and start writing again. I actually get nervous writing on a card, thinking I'm going to screw this up, and then scratch it out, and I only have one card. We're talking those are little mistakes. I'm talking about big mistakes. Now, I got to be honest with you. I've made a few mistakes in my life, maybe more than a few, but let's not dwell on all of them. I've made a few mistakes. I'm going to share with you just briefly one of my biggest mistakes. One of my biggest mistakes had to do with the stock market. I thought I could make money in the stock market all by myself. Now, some people can do that. I thought I could. I did all the research, I got all the stuff together, and everything that I put into the stock market, I eventually lost. Everything I had, just lost it all. Uh, Kind of a life savings kind of a thing, which is bad. It really is bad. Now, that also hurt. I'm not just talking about mistakes today, I'm talking about hurting. It hurt. It hurt me. It hurt my family. It hurt. And I tried. I gave it a shot. I failed. It was a mistake. Should have done something different. But did I? No, I did not. It hurt. It just hurt. It even hurts a little bit today. But that was 20 years ago. Something like that. 20, 19 years ago. And it hurt. So we're talking about mistakes, maybe some big mistakes and some mistakes that hurt. Now, I'm going to defer just briefly to the wise words of Chief Jim Hopper of Hawkins, Indiana. Now, if you don't know who Chief Jim Hopper is, he's a character on the show Stranger Things, which I saw season 1, haven't seen any since. Just not quite my thing, and that's okay. But Jim Hopper, in one of the more recent series or seasons, said this: make mistakes, learn from them. And when life hurts you, because it will, remember the hurt. The hurt is good. It means you're out of that cave. Now, I think he's referring to that cave being something in the series. But when we make mistakes and we allow that hurt to consume us, and that stupidity to consume us, and that mistake to consume us, we go into a cave and we stay there. We stay there, and we allow the hurt to consume us. And we can't allow the hurt to consume us. We have to allow the hurt to do some different things to us. So you can let the hurt do 3 things to you. First, quit. You're done. You just shut down. It just hurts too much, and you just shut down. And you do it by choice. I'm done. I quit. It's over. You can let hurt or big mistakes do that to you. And for some people, they do that and they never come out the other side. They just continue to hurt. They wallow in that mistake. Now, if I were to continue to wallow in the mistake of some bad stock market decisions, I wouldn't be here talking about it. I would still be in a deep, dark hole. And some people go into a deep, dark hole and they set up a couch and they watch TV or do video games or whatever they do, anything to escape the reality of the hurt that they had because they made a mistake. People make mistakes. People make big mistakes. But there's a point where you have to move on. You have to move on. So choice number 3, when you make big mistakes and it hurts, the first thing you can do is you can let the hurt stop you. Don't. Now, the second thing you can do is let it stifle you. And here's the stifle. Had to look it up. Right there. So, stifle, to quell, to crush, or end by force. To suppress, to curb, or withhold. Stifle just kind of boxes you up and chokes you up. You want to breathe, you want to keep going, but you just feel like you're being continually held back by the mistake you did 4 years, 10 years, 15 years ago. You just feel like you're being held back. You're being throttled back. You're being held back. A couple of ways you can look at this. Some people, when they let hurt stifle them, they say, well, it's all your fault. It's all you. It's your fault. And they blame it on somebody else as a way of trying to get rid of the of stifling the hurt. But then there's the other side of it as well. But what if it wasn't? What if it wasn't their fault? What if it wasn't somebody else's fault? Well, then you go, well, it's all my fault. It's not your fault. It's not. But what if it was your fault? At that point, you have to take ownership for it. You need to take ownership for your own mistakes, for your own oopsies, for your own whatever. You have to own up to it. You have to own it. And stifling can go several different ways, but we can't be pointing fingers at other people, and we can't be whining about the fact that it's just us. Here's the third thing. It can grow you. Now, this bothers me. This bothers me. He's got a homemade jetpack on, and he's inside. That just bothers me right off the front end. He's got a jetpack on, but he's inside. Wait, he's inside? Yeah. And I'm thinking there's several things that can go wrong. Talk about failure. Talk about making mistakes. But here's the thing. He's trying. He's making mistakes, and he's trying. He's moving forward with it. He's moving on with it. He's growing. You can let failure, or you can let mistakes, or you can let the hurt stifle you, stop you, or you can grow from it. With every mistake, I've learned, hey, there's something to learn here. There's something to learn with every mistake, with every failure, with every oopsie, with every whatever. You have to just learn to look for what you can, learn from it, and grow. Now, I don't know what this guy's going to do after the jetpack. I hope he moves outside, because that's really bothering me. Because one of these days, that thing's going to take off, and he's going to have success, but I'm really glad he's got a helmet on. Not sure about the snorkel. Not sure about the glasses that are not on his head. But yeah, so clearly I'm just stuck in the thing. So for me, I've chosen to move on. I've chosen that even when I make mistakes, especially mistakes that hurt, I allow the hurt to remind me of what it is I'm actually going through, to remind me of what it is I'm actually doing, or what I did. But I don't let it consume me. I don't let it stop me. I don't let it stifle me. I learn from it, and I move on from it. And that's what I want you guys to do as well. I want you to learn from it and move on from it. Yes, we make mistakes. We ask for forgiveness, and we need to grow and move on from it, because the longer you stay in the hurt, you have to make friends with the hurt. For some things, for some big things, the hurt is never going to go away. It's never going to go away. But you have to make friends with it, and you can't let it control you. You can't let it do that. Make friends with the hurt, learn, grow, move forward. That's what I want you to grab today. Something else I want you to grab today is just a copy of the 70-Day Dare. This is the opportunity for you to grab something that helps you create a habit in the course of 70 days. It explains it all. It's free. It's for you. It helps you create a daily habit over a 70-day period. You're thinking, 70 days? Well, yeah, 70 days. 70 days to get over the hurt. 70 days to learn, 70 days to move forward, 70 days. You're going to enjoy it. I'm Bill McConnell. Once you conquer yourself, everything else becomes possible.